But great to see the assurance this child can face uncertain days because he lives. Because he lives, I can face tomorrow. Because he lives, all fears is gone. Because I know he holds the future, and life is worth the living just because he lives. Because he lives, I can face tomorrow. Because he lives, all fear is gone. Because I know he holds the future, and life is worth the living just because he lives. And life is worth the living just because he lives.
And God said, no other gods. You probably have read the saying that he who plays the piper does what? Determines the tune. You haven't read that? Am I the only Englishman here? He who plays the piper determines the tune. You probably use it in your homes, or at least you make your children understand, you make them feel it. That you are the one paying rent here, so they better listen to you, right? He who pays the piper has to determine the tune that the piper will play. Because what? If you want to hear the piper, you bring your own money. I'm the one paying, so I tell the piper the tune to play. That's what it means. The one man in Chicago said to his children, I brought you into this world, and I'm going to take you out. I don't know if he has that right, but he said it. I brought you into this world, and then I'll be the one to take you out. And you have different ways of showing that in your homes or wherever you want it implemented, in your environment, where you want your power to be felt. But I think sometimes it may go too far. How do you think about this? In that line, how do you think if somebody says, I pay the bill, so I'll write the prescription? Isn't that dangerous? You don't think that's dangerous? That you are the patient, you go there and you tell your doctor, I am the one paying for this bill, so I'll be the one to write the prescription. I hope it doesn't get that far. I hope it doesn't get to that point in this world, because we'll be in a very, very dangerous situation. But now, brothers and sisters, what I'm saying is this, that my first statement, if God is the one who is keeping us alive, don't you think he has the right to tell us how to live in this world? Yes, he has the right to tell you how to live. Okay? If a man created by God says, I brought you into this world, and I will determine when to take you out. What do you think about God who created the man? Let us pray. Our Father in heaven, we humbly bow before you, and we're asking you, Lord, please direct our way. We have gone astray many times. We have forgotten whose we are. But Lord, now we are remembering that you have made us. Please, Lord, do with us whichever way you want. We are yours. I pray in Jesus' name. Amen. Yes, you pay the piper, you want to determine the tune. We all know that God's law was given to the Israelites on Mount Sinai. You know that, right? But let me tell you, it was not made there. Do you know that? That's not where the law was made. And that was not, the day it was given to the Israelites on Mount Sinai was not the day that the law was made. The law existed long before the Israelites came to Mount Sinai. The Ten Commandments, as we fondly know it, is an expression of God's character. And it was so even before the world was created. Yes, this is who God is and who he has always been. This is who God will be in the future. This is why it is called an immutable law. His signature he put on it, found in Malachi chapter 3 verse 6 says, I am the Lord. I do not do what? Change. That is why you descendants of Jacob are not already destroyed. Because what? God has made a promise, so you and I go wrong many times. God does not consume us because he has a purpose for all of us. He doesn't change. He keeps. God keeps his promises. He is like God who does not change. I don't know if there is any part of it that makes you feel uncomfortable. Any part of God's law that makes you feel uncomfortable. Some kind of uneasiness when it is mentioned. You know, sort of kind of want to walk out when that commandment is mentioned. You don't want to be there. Because somebody has mentioned something that troubles you. But what my word for you this morning, my promise to you this morning, is that it will not change. God's law will not change. So whether you hear it and it makes you uncomfortable or not, you better follow it the way it is, exactly how it is prescribed, because it's not going to change. God is not going to change his law because you feel uncomfortable. Amen. It is what it is, and it is going to remain what it is. Amen. You might as well change instead of expecting the law to change. You need to change so that you can start feeling comfortable when God's law is mentioned, and instead of asking for God's law to be changed. Satan's rebellion and entrance into this world caused a lot of havoc. You know that? It's still causing that havoc. I heard that there was havoc yesterday in Fort Lauderdale at the airport. I didn't hear. Somebody called me on the phone. I said, did you hear what happened today at Fort Lauderdale? I said, Fort Lauderdale of Florida? He said, yes. And when he told me, there was no other person doing it other than Satan himself. He causes havoc everywhere. And when I stood surprised, somebody told me that even in our own town here in City, right there at Walmart on Thursday, I didn't know. Somebody shot another person. Right here. Here, this local Walmart. The man seemed to be uncontrollable in his defiance to God's rules. Up to the point that God regretted that he made man. Adam and Eve knew that they were in for a big trouble when they heard that one of their sons had killed the other one. Cain killed his brother. So Adam and I wonder what was in their mind the day they heard that. just because they ate one small fruit. And you and I know it is, how bad it is when that innocent child of yesterday gets a taste of forbidden fruit. Like their great-grandparents, Adam and Eve. He or she starts acting crazy. The moment a child eats the forbidden fruit, when a child eats the forbidden fruit, he or she will no longer obey you the same way they have been before. And you wonder, what has gone into these girls, these boys' head? You start wondering, where did this child get this? What has happened to this child? It is nothing but partnership with Satan. When somebody makes partnership with Satan, the person does not act right. The person starts acting like he or she is crazy. There is an evil saying that says, when a child behaves in a way, they say that a dog has licked that child's eye. You know how you lick something? Okay, they say that a dog has licked the child's eye, so the child does not care who you are. The child can stay in your presence and do whatever they want to do. They can say whatever they want to say. Some things that I cannot even say in the presence of my father, 13-year-olds are saying it in my presence. They say whatever they want. They do whatever they want. There are a lot of them roaming down the streets today. Those whose eyes the dogs have licked. You see them in the streets, don't you? You see them on TV, don't you? You see them when you go to the store, don't you? You see them when you go to the beach, don't you? Thank God they are not in your house. Thank God, hopefully, I come to your house, I will not see those children whose eyes the dogs have licked. This was completely opposite what God intended this world to be. God never intended for our world to be this way. So when he saw that the world was going that way, God sought for a family that would be considered better. Remember, I didn't say a family that would be perfect. A family that would be considered what? Better than all the other ones. So that that one would be a model for the rest of the world. Living approved life in this world. The word sought here, when I say that God sought, it does not mean that God does not know who it was that was going to serve him well. God sought does not mean that when God comes here today seeking for somebody, that God does not know who in this sanctuary is serving him well. Who in this church sanctuary is serving him with his or her whole heart. But I said God sought for one who will be better. He knows you very well. If you are serving him with all your heart, and if your heart has any inclination, any desire to do God's will, God knows. When he says he's searching, he knows. But he still comes and he looks. So of all the people living in the world at that time, he chose a man from the Ur of the Chaldeans, Abraham, who was then living in Haran. Can you imagine, out of everybody in the United States, for you to be the one God chooses for the preservation of his ordinance? Can you imagine that? Of all the people living in the United States of America, about 300 million people, and God chooses you. If God was looking for a nation that will carry out this task, why did he choose a man who had no child? Listen to God's reasoning. This is why God said, this is why I'm choosing him. Because what? I know him, that he will lead his children. Genesis chapter 18 verse 9. I know him, that he will command his children and his household after him, and they shall keep the way of the Lord, to do justice and judgment, that the Lord may bring upon Abraham that which he spake, which he has spoken of him. Of course, you will agree that it will be easier to pass this through the generation of a man who is living the life that God wants than to take the chance on a man who is out of control in his behavior. Wouldn't you believe that? Or fails to correct his own children. Why would God choose somebody who is not following him to be the model? Don't you think it will take a hard time to train this person? So the best thing is to take the one who has already shown signs that he wants to follow God's way. Many of us come to church and we say, oh, the brethren passed me again this year. They didn't choose me. Excuse me? Why do you think the brethren didn't choose you? Oh, they pass me every year. Yes, it is because they recognized you that they didn't give you that right. They didn't give you that chance because they recognized. You may think they didn't recognize you. No, they recognized you. You have to show some responsibility that you can carry the office that you want to do. If you don't, guess what? They will continue to pass you until you show that sign. If you want a different recognition, change certain behaviors that you have that might be causing them to pass you every year. You have not shown that. You are the type who can be trusted with God's work. And so the brethren pass you every year. They are waiting for you to show that sign. If you wish that you will be the one God will choose. Remember when I said, can you imagine God comes to the United States and says, I'm choosing one person and God chooses you. So now, maybe you when I said it, you said, yeah, I want God to choose me. I want to be the one. So it better be because he knows you. And that you will command your own household after him, not just on your looks, not on how long you have been coming to church, or what you are doing for the church. Let it be that God knows who you are. That's why you want God to choose you. Long after Abraham died, his grandson Jacob and his family went to a foreign land where they lived for more than 400 years. You could imagine that after 400 years in a foreign land, great-grandpa's moral standard has been watered down. It's no longer what it was when Abraham was alive. I was told this week of a strong Adventist cousin who now goes to an Anglican church, and his wife wears earrings. I couldn't believe it. And when I called another cousin and said, this is what I heard, he said, which one? Who? Because nobody will believe that somebody like him, who is being, some years ago, he was being sent, to another church, a new church, to go and start the music program there, to start the choir. And now that he is no longer coming to church on Sabbath, Sunday morning, he walks out from his house and goes to an Anglican church. The same thing that separated Abraham from the people of his land, now his great-grandchildren are exposed to it. A lot of it. When I was checking, I counted over 52 different gods that the Egyptians worship. It would be impossible for the Israelites to live there for 400 years and not be influenced one way or the other by what they saw. What monkeys see? Okay. Can you see what 1,000 years has done to Seventh-day Adventist Church? 1,000 years? Do you think Seventh-day Adventist Church is still what it was 1,000 years ago? What do you think will happen if somebody who was a Seventh-day Adventist member who died in 1900, or maybe Ellen G. White who died in 1915, if they were to come back to walk down the aisles of this church today, would they be surprised at what they see? Or will it be the same? Will the Seventh-day Adventist Church be what they knew it to be in 1900? I'm afraid. And I hope not that we have moved from you ought to allow certain things to you ought to allow everything. We started with, well, that just. But very soon, all the just have now changed who we are. Aren't you afraid of that? Seventh-day Adventist Church in 2017. No. Let me not say Seventh-day Adventist Church. Let's view SDA Church in 2017. What does it show? If somebody takes a picture of this church, what would they say? If an angel walks in here, will this represent what we believe? One God after another is creeping into our circle. We keep quiet for some time or look bewildered at the initial time, and then it starts to become acceptable. And very soon, we start appreciating it. How many of the gods in the world today have you embraced? How many gods did I say I counted for Egypt? 52. How many gods do you think exist in the world today? And how many of them do we have or have we accepted to creep into our church? I said we keep quiet, and very soon it becomes acceptable. You are surprised that the Egyptians had 50 plus gods. Wait until you see how many are available to the modern Seventh-day Adventist Christian. And no, I believe there are more than 50 available to you that you can worship. God's immutable law says, how many other gods? No other gods. Remember, the Israelites also intermarried with the Egyptians. Guess what? Those Egyptian wives brought their own gods also. You can see why it was necessary for these people to go through some kind of a detox procedure on their way out. When they left Egypt territory and God chose Mount Sinai. Let's get this out of their system. There needs to be some time when this has to be taken out of our system. And God chose Mount Sinai. I don't know where He's going to choose for you to go through your own detox procedure. Because I'm telling you, we have accumulated so much, and we need to go through that procedure. Because you can't get to heaven carrying all these with you, all these gods. God said, no other gods. So if you have any other God with you, you are not coming. You need to leave the God. I almost call it God. You must leave the God that is foreign. All those foreign gods have to be left. And God said, no, you have come to Mount Sinai. Let me tell you now how we're going to live on the rest of the life. You have come to January 2017. Stop here. Let's see how we're going to go on throughout the rest of the year. You can't carry all these gods with you. You better drop them. But now, every constitution, every law starts with what they call what? Preamble. Right? And I like the way God starts his own. I must admit it is the shortest prayer I've ever seen. In Exodus chapter 20, verses 1 and 2. And God spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of... This is all he needs to say. He doesn't need to say more. Start with what they are familiar with. They were familiar with... Didn't they know who got them out? Did they know that? Yes. So God needed to start. Just tell them that. Hey, young man, I was the one who got you out from here. So, don't believe any of the other gods. You know, you are there all the time crying that you were in bondage. They were not treating you well. So all those different gods, the fertility god, the wisdom god, the protection god, the vengeance god, all of them, 50 plus gods, which of them came to rescue you? None of them. They heard your cry. If they were gods, really gods, they should have heard your cry. I am the one who brought you out from 2016 into 2017. Don't have any other God. None of the other gods you have. If you have gods in your home, none of them brought you into 2017. I did it myself. No other gods. They heard you. They were there. They didn't do anything. So with a mighty hand, I have brought you out of the uncomfortable environment. And on your way now to a land promised to your great-great-grandfather. Now, you are on your way to a promised land. So what? Don't have any other God. They didn't do it for you. No other God can do it except me, because they are nothing but man-made gods. Any other God that you have, that you are following, those are man-made gods. Leave them alone, follow only who? One God, God in heaven. I'm the only God who can create. And every God, if there is any other God, that God should be able to create. I'm the only one who can create it. Human being. Besides me, there is no other. Anything that does not have this creative power is not God. Do not play harlotry with these gods, God is saying. I am the only one with the right to be called God. Why do you think that we continue to be reminded of this same thing that we have heard over and over and over again? Even though we continue hearing it. We continue hearing it. We know the law, and maybe we can recite it. And so, why not change the conversation and talk of other things? Why tell us in 2017 about 10 commandments? How many times have we recited 10 commandments? We know it. Why do you have to waste time to tell us again? Yes, we can say that to each other, but God sees some things in my life. God sees some things in your life that all these people cannot see, and He knows that this type of life will cost us heaven if we do not change. And so He continues to get our attention. Did you hear me? Yes, Friend Anucha can stand here and say the 10 commandments. Yes, Brother Lando, you can say the 10 commandments. All the elders can say the 10 commandments. But nobody, we can clap for anybody who says 10 commandments without looking at the book. But that is just saying. We think, there is something that is in there. If God continues to repeat it to you, God is trying to remind you, because what? He has seen in your heart that you are not following very well. So God said, be careful. Why do they put a bump sign on the road? So that you know. You might have traveled that road 100 times. But when you come there, they will not take out that stand that says bump. It's still there to do what? Remind you. To remind you. I was coming to church this morning and I saw a sign over there. Did you see that sign by the police? And when I was driving in, I said, wow, you see that black thing that they put on the road to show the speed? They put it right there by our church. And there was a day I came here, I think last week, there was nobody here, and I saw the police car just parked there. So I knew that probably people living on this street might have been complaining of people speeding. So now they are there. And so when you see that thing there flashing, telling you how fast you're going, it's telling you what? Slow down, slow down, slow down. So God sees what is in our hearts. And so God wants to, call our attention to where we think. We sang this morning, we are marching to Zion. And those who are marching to Zion should have only one God and not many gods. Look at what Joshua said in Joshua 24 verse 23. Now therefore, put away, said he, the strange gods which are among you, and incline your heart unto the Lord God of Israel. Are you into 2017? Have you come into 2017? Put away all strange gods. Don't bring them into 2017. If you already have them, today is the 7th. You have many more days to go without other gods. How can you make them gods? But I am the one sustaining your life. Stay away from all these things that you depend on. I am the one sustaining your life. So you can't carry these ones who cannot do anything to you. Idolatry is so offensive to God that he makes sure that the promise of our worship, the premise of our worship should be set right first, because without it, every other activity is a waste of time. We have to set that premise. That's why he started with that for the first one. The first commandment, no other God. That premise has to be set. And God made sure. Because if you fail in that one, every other thing you are doing is a waste. You may not steal, you may not commit adultery, you may not be covetous, but if you do not know God, it is a waste. The first commandment concerns the object of our worship. Jehovah is the object of our worship. Don't you think so? And him only. Even to us living in 2017, God is saying there should not be found among us any strange gods, or any new gods, or any creature of our own fancy that has in the past shared our commitment to God. Nothing of the sort should be seen. The call in this new year is that as peculiar people we call ourselves, we should totally cleave to God our Maker and not any other, either of our own invention or borrowed from our neighbors. Is everybody listening to me? Amen. Okay. No gods, no other gods, no strange gods. Don't make your own. Don't borrow from your neighbors. Oh boy. Talk of many avenues available for our neighbors lending their gods to us today. Did you hear me? Your neighbors, a lot of your neighbors are ready to lend their gods to you. Okay, let's see if we can see some of the ways they can do that. What about the TV? Can you see that becoming God? What about the phone, the telephone? Yes. What about movies? Oh, what about the attire that we wear? Wow, look at what she's wearing. Where did you buy that? You're borrowing ideas from a neighbor. You know, you come to church and they tell you, don't, cover up. No, but my neighbor is wearing the same type that doesn't cover up. So you borrow the attire, you borrow the mindset from your neighbor. Okay, what about body add-ons? You haven't seen them? The things that they add up, oh, even the lashes. Somebody told me this week, let me cut your eyelashes too long. I said, no. Because I know that a lot of people spend money to buy them. And I have one that is bushy. I better keep it. Because, you cut them today, I may not have them tomorrow, and then I'll go to the store to buy one. I don't want it. And that was just this week. Okay, what about food? Food. Can we borrow? Can food become a god that we borrow from neighbors? Even walking on the street, you get ideas that make changes in your life. God still says what? None of that. If ever there was a time when the children of God were in danger of the sin of polytheism, it is today. You know what polytheism is? Many gods. Believing in many gods. We are slowly but steadily turning our faces away from God and giving glory and honor that solely belongs to God to things of this world. I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, God is not happy. God is what? God is not happy. When he doesn't want to share that privilege with any other person. He said what? No other God. Now, what are some of these things that we can do too, other than the ones I've mentioned? But what about pride? Don't you think that is the God of self? Covetousness. That's God of what? Money. Sensuality. God of the belly. You can't be satisfied. Yes, bring it, brother. Bring it, I haven't eaten enough. You eat and you eat. You see McDonald's, you drink Burger King, you see that restaurant. Have you been to the new restaurant? In town. You want everything. God is saying, it looks like your belly now is becoming your God. Fear or serve. Whatever it is, it is that sin is esteeming your love to something else other than God. Whether it is something that you are being served to you or because of fear, God is saying, don't have any of that. If delighted in or dependent on more than God, any of those things that you are delighting in or that you are depending on, if you can't live without any of it. Whatever it is, in effect becomes a God to us. Whatever it is that you delight so much in, whatever it is that you can't. Yes, I'm going to be led to church because now that is taking precedence over God. And God is what? He's saying that is another God. I don't want any of it in your life. This precept is the foundation of the whole law, that we take the Lord for our God. Acknowledge that He is our God. Accept Him. Adore Him with admiration and humble reverence. And set our affections entirely upon who? Upon Him. Nothing more. That's what God is asking for from you this year. In Deuteronomy chapter 6 verse 5. He said what? And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with how many heart? With all thy heart. And with how many soul? With all thy soul. And with how much power? All thy mind. When God says, don't do it before me, He means in effect, I see it. No matter where it is being carried out, even if it is carried out in your closet, I see it. Your spouse may not see it, I see it. Church members may not see it, I see it. God says, well, don't do it before me. I don't want to see it. I don't want that to come between you and I. I see everything that you are doing. God says, stop. A sin that dares Him to His face. It is a sin that dares God to his face, and he cannot and will not overlook or connive at such a behavior so grievous. The psalmist says in Psalm 44, verses 20 and 21, if we have forgotten the name of our God, or stretched out our hands to a strange God, shall not God search this out? For he knoweth the secrets of the heart. God wants us to make him the priority of our lives. Any desire, wish, ambition that you might have that is greater than your desire for him is what? Idolatry. Do you believe me? Hello? Are you sleeping? Are you sleeping? God is saying what? I do not want to share with any other God. So what I'm asking for us today is to make a commitment. We are in a new year, and we have to make a commitment that starting from today, January 7, 2017, we will serve the Lord. Amen. You want to make that commitment? Amen. We will serve the Lord. Is there any other God? Do you think there is any other God that will take care of you? No. So, can you stand with me and make the commitment that we will serve the Lord and him only? That you will not know any other God. That from now on, it is God and God only.